Good afternoon, my dear grade 8 learners and my colleagues. Today we are going to do surface area of right prisms with special focus to triangular prism. The surface area of a triangular prism is the one that we are going to focus on. But before then, the surface area of a right prism is the sum of the areas of each individual face that makes up the surface of the prism. That simply means if you take all the faces, the areas of the faces, and then you add them together, you will definitely get the surface area. Right, and then in this case, like I've indicated, we are going to focus on a triangular prism. Right, and then a prism is a 3D shape with two identical parallel faces at the opposite end. So in other words, it must have the same shapes with equal sizes on both ends. So in this case, on this prism, we are actually having the triangles on both ends, hence the triangular prism. Right, let's have a look at this. The faces are known as the bases of the prism. The faces are known as the bases of the prism. And basically when we create the prism, the base will actually be moved a particular height in order to create a prism. So in this case, if this base moved to this height, this will be the height of the prism. And then if these two faces are triangles, the right prism is a triangular prism. Right, and then let's consider the issue of the height. Here we are having the triangular prism. We want to show how the base has moved in order to create the height of the prism. So in this case, the distance moved by the base is the height of the prism. There we go. The base has moved to a particular height. So that height becomes the height of the prism. And then let's engage ourselves in a formula to calculate the triangular prism. Right, as you can see here, the formula to calculate the surface area of a triangular prism, we have a SA, which is the abbreviation to surface area. So we are going to look into the surface area of triangular prism. Now remember, I've indicated that the faces of that particular prism, if you take all the faces and then you consider the areas of all the faces, and then those areas, when they are added together, they actually give us the surface area. So in this case, let's have a look at this one. We have a surface area being equals to 2 what? 2 half base by perpendicular height. 2 half base by perpendicular height. Why 2 half base by perpendicular height? If we consider only the triangle, we know that the area of a triangle will be half times base times the perpendicular height of the triangle. The perpendicular height of a triangle. Right, so we are actually having two faces that are identical, so therefore the areas of these two faces are equal. So that is why we are actually saying we will be calculating the 2 times the area of a triangle, because we are having two identical triangles. And then on top of that, we will be having the area for one of the rectangles, and that one of the rectangles is the one that is calculated using side 1 when multiplied by the height of the prism. Side 1 of the triangle multiplied by height of the prism. And then we also have to look into the second or the next rectangle. The next rectangle, it is achieved when side 2 of a triangle is multiplied by the height of the prism. Side 2 of the uh, side 2 of the triangle is multiplied by the height of the prism to get the area of the second rectangle. And then the last one, it is for the third rectangle, whereby it is calculated using side 3 of the triangle when multiplied by the height of the prism. So in all, we are actually having 5 faces, as you can see on this net of a triangular prism. We have our two triangles, which give us two areas, and then the third area is the S1 by H, and then the fourth one S3 by H, then the last one S2 by H. So we are actually having 5 areas that we need to add together in order to get the surface area of this prism, right? So now we are going to engage ourselves in the calculations of related to surface area of a triangular prism, right? So here we go. uh, the first example, we are going to calculate the surface area of the following triangular prism, right? This is the triangular prism, and then we are given these dimensions that we are going to use in order to calculate the surface area of this triangular prism. Now, as you can see here, we are given this dimension of 10 centimeters. This dimension of 10 centimeters, it is the dimension for the base of a triangle, base of a triangle, which is side 1 of our triangle. And then we also have side 2 being given as 11 centimeters. Side 2 is given as 11 centimeters. And then side 3 of a triangle is given as 9 centimeters. So firstly, we will have to calculate the area of a triangle, which will be multiplied by 2 because we are having two identical triangles. So we also have the perpendicular height of a triangle, the perpendicular height of a triangle that we are going to use in order to calculate the area of a triangle. And then we also have this dimension 15 centimeters. The 15 centimeters, it is the height that we determine by moving the base, uh, by moving the base. So in this case, the base is moved 15 centimeters in order to create the height of this triangular prism. Right. So the first thing that we need to do, it is the formula. The formula to calculate the surface area of a triangular prism. So here we go. This is the formula to calculate the triangular prism, the surface area of a triangular prism. Right. So all we need to do is just to substitute the unknowns with the known values. So in this case, we are having a base of a triangle which is 10 centimeters. It must be substituted as 10 centimeters. The height of the prism will be substituted as 6 centimeters. And then on top of that, we will add side 1 being 10 centimeters multiplied by the height of the prism, side 2 being 11 centimeters multiplied by the height of the prism, and then lastly side 3 being 9 centimeters multiplied by the height of the prism. There we go. We have just substituted as I've indicated, right? And then we will calculate each of these. As we calculate each of these, we will be having these values. So in other words, here if you multiply half by 2, we will get 1. Therefore we will just multiply 10 by 6, it will give us 60. And then we multiply 10 by 15, it will give us 150. We also multiply 11 by 15, it will give us 165. Then the last value 9 multiplied by 15 to get the last value, which is 135. And then all in all we get the total of 510 centimeters. So now let's go to the next, or the next example. Right, the next example we are having, this example, it is more on a real life situation. A piece of cheese in the form of a triangular prism is given. The cheese must be wrapped with paper for packaging. Calculate the surface area of the paper wrapping. So we need to round off our answer to 1 decimal places if need be. Right, so here we go. This is the diagram representing the cheese, and then we have to uh, calculate the amount of paper that will be used to wrap the cheese. Right, so as we can see, the cheese is in the form of triangular prism, and then we also have the dimensions as given in the diagram. Here we are having our base of a triangle as 12 centimeters, and then we also have the height of the triangle being 5 centimeters. So this triangle, we have two of them, and then we also have the magnitude of side 2, which is 13 centimeters, and then lastly we are having the height of the prism, the value whereby is determined by moving the base to the next side, and then the base is moved 20 centimeters to the next side. So as I've indicated, the first thing that we need to do is the formula. The formula to calculate the surface area of a rectangular of a triangular prism will be this, and then we need to substitute from this. So these are the values that we substituted. As I've indicated, that the base of the triangle is 12, the height is 5, side 1 is 12, the height of the prism is 20, side 2 is 13, the height of the prism is 20, side 3 5, the height of the prism is 20. And then we also have our calculations per parts, and then in this case we are having 60 after multiplying 15 by 5, we are having 240 after multiplying 12 by 20, we are having 260 after multiplying 13 by 20, we are also having 100 after multiplying 5 by 20, and the final answer, it gives us 660 centimeters squared. Please, you'll realize that even from my previous presentation, when I was presenting a surface area of a cube as well as of rectangular prism, I've indicated that there's no need to use the unit during the calculations, because most of the learners, they don't get it right as they substitute. They only put uh, whatever that must be there. They don't actually uh, substitute it well. So it is better to work with only the values, and then but the final answer must have the unit. The final answer must have the unit. Thank you very much, my dear grade 9 learners, as well as the colleagues, for tuning in for today's lesson. Thank you very much. I hope you have actually get accumulate the knowledge in as far as surface area of triangular is concerned. Thank you very much. Have a lovely day.